Hiking the Blue Ridge Mountains of Appalachia in early spring offers a different experience. The illusion of a time when pristine forests stretched to the horizon. Only moccasins trod the high country trails, and the land was all but untouched. However pleasant, it is a deception. This apparently virgin landscape has been mined, logged, exploited, burned over, used and misused for generations. In rejuvenation, in the return of the forest and its creatures, lies a heartening lesson. For throughout Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, there is evidence of the healing miracle of nature. Forests have reclaimed 95% of Shenandoah National Park. But within its 300 square miles exist relics that speak of a human past. More than 100 cemeteries are within the park boundaries. Headstones in the forest engrave history on the land. The intertwined lives of Native Americans, servants, African slaves, and the independent mountain people, whom Edgar Allan Poe described as fierce and uncouth races. Centuries ago, perhaps as many as 200 centuries, when mastodon and woolly mammoth roamed these hills, people were living here. The mountains themselves are ancient, even by the vast measure of geologic time. They were created by movement of the Earth's crust more than 1 billion years ago, followed by centuries-long volcanic activity. The lava deposits resulted in massive greenstone cliffs spotted with remarkable formations. These mountains are also a place of fable and myth. Even the name Shenandoah suggests a romantic tale. In one Native American dialect, Shenandoah means daughter of the stars. But the most enduring legend is that the tribes native to this area, the Monacans and the Manahoics, had incredibly rich mines of gold and silver. Many of the 17th century colonists in Jamestown to the east were obsessed with these stories. The myth persisted through the years, and so did the fortune seekers. But the colonists never found the rumored mines. It was in the 1700s that European immigrants started to arrive here in force. First came the rough-hewn log cabin pioneers, but others soon followed, with money to invest. They became masters of large plantations. Tens of thousands of forest land acres were burned off and cleared for vast private domains on which owners grew wheat, tobacco, flax, and hemp. Shortly after the American Revolution, iron ore was being mined in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and more trees were cut for these operations, including making wagons for transport and for the charcoal needed to smelt the iron ore. Then came the railroaders, Irish immigrants mostly, a tough brawling lot, rugged enough to chisel and blast a tunnel through the mountain rock. Once again, trees were cut for railroad ties and tunnel bracings. During the Civil War, both Union and Confederate armies marched through these hills and camped here as cannon fire echoed up the hollows from great battles in the valleys below. The Reconstruction period that followed the Civil War ushered in a new demand for lumber. So still more trees fell as logging camps and sawmills began to invade the region. Finally, when the remaining forests of hickory and oak had become handles for tools and staves for barrels, it was said that the Blue Ridge Forest was gone, the victim of 180 years of cutting, burning, and erosion. A 1914 Forest Service report revealed that little timber of value was left. Yet there were some individuals who believed in the future of these mountains, to be valued not as a commodity, but as a resource for recreation and for human renewal. Foremost among those with insight, George Freeman Pollock, a small man physically, but a promotional giant, a kind of a naturalist version of P.T. Barnum with a dash of Buffalo Bill. Pollock owned a large and popular resort where he dressed in fringed buckskin, starred in costumes, spectacles, and pageants, and led expeditions on horseback into the mountains. Pollock was known as the Little Chief of Stony Man Camp. It was Pollock's unflagging energy, more than anything else, that persuaded a special committee appointed by the Secretary of the Interior to designate the area a national park. President Roosevelt dedicated the park in 1936. Since then, the once mistreated earth has renewed itself. Forest has reclaimed once barren ridges. The mountains have been returned to nature. Today, nearly 500 miles of footpaths crisscross the park, including 95 miles of the Appalachian Trail. And running the full length of the park along the Appalachian spine that separates the Piedmont from the Shenandoah Valley, Skyline Drive. Each of the 66 scenic outlooks along the way offers a different and inspiring vista.